Radiation. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Radiation is energy that comes from a particular energy source and travels at the speed of light. The two specific types of radiation are ionizing and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation is radiation that travels in electromagnetic waves and affects the body. Examples include X-rays and gamma rays. Non-ionizing radiation is radiation that has little to no effect on the human body. Examples include UV rays, any other ordinary visible light, infrared lights and beams, microwaves, and radio frequency waves. Potassium iodide, or Ki, helps block radioactive iodine from being absorbed by your thyroid gland. When those cells absorb too much iodine, your body may develop thyroid cancer. Thyroid cancer can develop many years after you've been exposed. This is why potassium iodide is so important. You can buy it at your local pharmacy or even on Amazon. While radiation is pretty bad when exposed to large amounts of it, there are some upsides to it, such as nuclear power plants. Good old nuclear power plants. A source of both fascination and concern. While nuclear energy provides a significant chunk of our electricity, it's essential to weigh the potential consequences for the environment. When things go south, the environment often takes a beating. Think of it as Earth's version of a bad hair day, but way more catastrophic. You know, Chernobyl was a real game changer for the industry, and not in a good way. The environment and food sources took a massive hit. Now, can we predict a meltdown? Well, I'd love to say there's some sort of crystal ball involved, but it's a tad bit more complicated than that. Safety protocols at the Calvert Cliffs nuclear power plant are essential for the plant operators. They know exactly what to do in case of a crisis. Now, what's the main radius of concern? Well, that'd be our famous evacuation zone. The routes for this zone can be located on the Calvert County's official website. Now, how exactly would you evacuate? Well, you'd probably do it like a typical disaster movie scene, minus the Hollywood glamour. Time is of the essence. But I know you're asking, hey, how long do we have? That question has about a bajillion variables. It could be hours, minutes, or days. Now, while it's highly unlikely that the power plant will just explode out of nowhere, that's still not a countdown you'd want to watch. When plants melt down, radiation gets into the air, water, and our nightmares. It's bad news. Real bad. Now, about those potassium iodide tablets. They're like nuclear superheroes. Think of Superman and Batman in the form of little small tablets. They can block the radioactive iodine from messing up your thyroid like that. As previously mentioned, you can get them from the government or your local pharmacy. Now, is radiation dangerous? Well, absolutely. It's not a glow-in-the-dark kind of fun, but more like the silent and invisible threat. It can mess up your cells, leading to all sorts of health issues. And let's not even get started on that whole mutant superhero story thing. Doesn't work like that in real life, buddy. Government support in the aftermath. FEMA's the name. They roll in when things get nuclear. Well, not in the bomb sense. They got resources, and they're all about restoring some semblance of order in the big radioactive oopsie. But remember, safety first. Let's avoid those meltdowns and keep the KI tablets on standby, just in case.